5 unknown facts about Titanic. 1. A drunk guy was one of the only survivors. The alcohol kept him warm. Charles Jochen was the chief baker on the ship. He survived the sinking in the most incredible fashion. After the luxury liner struck the iceberg and began sinking, everyone was panicking. While this was happening, Jochen was busy drinking all the whiskey he could find from the ship's liqueur storage to prepare himself for the icy water. After he had enough drink, Jochen began tossing chairs overboard to be used as flotation devices. 2. The famous violin played on board the Titanic was recovered from the sea. A historical artifact, the violin played by Wallace Hartley was thought to have been lost in the sinking, but in 2006, a woman found it in her attic. After 7 years of testing, researchers determined that it was, in fact, the actual violin upon which Hartley famously played, "Nearer, My God, to Thee," as the Titanic sank. Sadly, the violin is not in the Titanic Experience in Belfast but belongs to a private owner. The violin was sold in 2013 for £900,000 in just 10 minutes at auction in Wiltshire. 3. One of Titanic's funnels was fake. Just for aesthetics, only 3 of Titanic's 4 funnels were functional. The 4th was a dummy installed because it made the ship look more beautiful and was made into a ventilation shaft for the kitchen. The first 3 smokestacks were actually connected to the furnaces that produced the smoke, but the 4th one was not. The 4th stack functioned mainly as an air vent and added some symmetry to the ship's overall look. One of the most interesting facts about the Titanic. 4. An earlier ship was closer and could have saved more people. When the Titanic began sending out distress signals, the Californian, rather than the Carpathia, was the closest ship. However, the Californian did not respond until it was much too late to help. At 12:45 a.m. on 15 April 1912, crew members on the Californian saw mysterious lights in the sky. These were the distress flares sent up from the Titanic, and they immediately woke up the captain to tell him. Unfortunately, the captain issued no orders, since the ship's wireless operator had already gone to bed as well. The Californian was unaware of any distress signals from the Titanic until the morning. By then, an earlier ship, the Carpathia, had already picked up all of the survivors. 5. Did a novel predict the Titanic sinking 14 years previously? In 1898, 14 years before the Titanic, about a fictional ocean liner that sinks due to a collision with an iceberg. In the book, the ship is described as being unsinkable and doesn't have enough lifeboats or life jackets and life vests for everyone on board.